And no, this isn't gonna be one of those painfully fake motivational talks where I tell you to wake up at 5 a.m., take cold showers, journal your fucking feelings, and suddenly become a millionaire with perfect skin and a six pack. I'm not gonna tell you the universe loves you. It doesn't even know you exist. This is this is more about why some people completely lose themselves over one bad text message while others walk through absolute chaos like it's just another Tuesday. And honestly, the answer is a little uncomfortable. You ever notice how some people just don't break? Like life throws absolute chaos at them, relationships fall apart, people disrespect them, plans go to shit, everything collapses at once, and somehow they still stay calm. Not fake calm either, like, not that I'm pretending to be okay kind of calm, but I mean genuinely unshaken. And meanwhile, most of us lose our minds because somebody gave us a weird look at the grocery store. Some dude cuts you off in traffic and suddenly you are ready to commit a felony before breakfast. Someone leaves you on red and now your entire self worth is hanging by a thread. One passive aggressive comment from a coworker and your mood is cooked for the rest of the day. That's fucking insane when you really think about it. Because it means random people basically have remote control access to your nervous system. And the fucked up part is, most people never question it. They just think that's normal. People aren't really reacting to the world, they're reacting to the parts of themselves they haven't dealt with yet. That changes everything. Because suddenly it's not about why are people treating me like this? It becomes, why does this affect me so much? That is a terrifying question. If someone calls you stupid and it ruins your day, maybe a part of you already fears you're not enough. If someone ignores you and it hurts you like hell, maybe you are still addicted to validation. If rejection destroys you, maybe your identity was built entirely on being accepted. People think the pain comes from the outside. Most of the time, it doesn't. The outside world just presses on wounds that were already there. And honestly, once you realize that, you start seeing human behavior completely differently. You realize most arguments are just two wounded egos trying to protect themselves. Most anger is insecurity wearing a leather jacket. Most flexing online is people begging to feel important for 5 fucking seconds. Everybody's reacting constantly. And the craziest people in the room are usually the ones who think they're the most in control. Because real control looks quiet. It's the ability to sit in discomfort without immediately exploding, escaping, numbing yourself, texting someone, opening TikTok, smoking, drinking, doom scrolling, whatever. Most people cannot sit alone with themselves for 10 minutes without trying to distract their brain from something. That should scare you a little. Because if silence feels unbearable, imagine what's hiding underneath it. This is where life gets weird. The more desperately you try to control everything, like people, relationships, outcomes, how you're perceived, the more fragile you become. You need people to respect you, they own you. You need everyone to like you, you're a slave. You need life to go according to plan? Good fucking luck. Because life doesn't give a shit at all. And that's why some people collapse after one breakup while somebody else turns heartbreak into a new version of themselves. Same event, different mind. One person interprets pain as proof they're broken, the other sees pain as transformation. That's perception. And perception is basically reality. Your brain is not experiencing life directly, it's experiencing its interpretation of life. Which means two people can walk through the exact same storm and come out completely different. One becomes bitter, one becomes dangerous. And I don't mean dangerous in a violent way, I mean untouchable. The kind of people who can't really be manipulated anymore because they stop needing things from people. That's real freedom. Not money, not status, not fame. Freedom is when somebody tries to insult you and it just doesn't land. Because there's nothing for the insult to attach itself to anymore. Imagine if someone walks up to you and they go, "Hey, you're worthless." Now, if deep down you secretly believe that, those words would stab you. You'll obsess over them for days, if not weeks. However, if you truly know who you are, it's just noise. It's just noise. Like somebody screaming at the ocean. And people, the people around you, they sense that energy too. They can feel when someone is emotionally dependent versus someone emotionally grounded. You ever meet someone who just has this terrifying calmness to them? They're not trying to impress anyone, they don't overshare, they don't panic, they don't chase. And because they don't chase, people chase them. That's the paradox nobody tells you. The less you need validation, the more magnetic you become. The less you react, the more powerful you look. The less you force life, the more life starts opening up. And no, this isn't some positive mindset bullshit. There's actual psychology behind it. Like your brain literally builds patterns around emotional reactions. The more reactive you are, the more automatic those reactions become. You train yourself into weakness without even realizing it. But the opposite is true as well. You can train yourself to pause, to observe, to stop instantly obeying every emotion that enters your body like it's some divine command. Because feelings lie sometimes. A lot, actually. Not every emotion deserves a reaction. Not every thought deserves your trust. And maybe that's what growing up really is. Realizing your mind is not always telling you the truth. Realizing that half the suffering in your life came from stories you kept repeating to yourself. They don't care about me. I'm not good enough. I always get abandoned. Nobody respects me. Maybe none of it was objectively true. Maybe you just kept feeding the same identity until it became your prison. And the moment you stop identifying with every emotion, something shifts. You stop being the storm. You become the sky watching it. That's the part people don't understand about detachment. It's not becoming cold, it's not becoming emotionless. It's becoming aware enough to choose your response instead of living like a biological reflex. Because most people aren't living consciously, they're just reacting all day, every day, triggered, distracted, addicted, chasing, escaping. And maybe the scariest realization of all is this: if somebody can completely control your emotional state, do you even belong to yourself?